ladies and gentlemen, what is going on in the house? Yeah. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Time Show podcast. Oh my goodness. It's nowhere to run now. Yeah. Nowhere to hide now. The preseason is over. No more talking. It's whether you're ready or not. It's here now. Yeah. Hey, had all off season to get it right. Had everything going your way. You had a lot of cap room. You, huh? Had free agents that could have leased, all that type of stuff. It's over now. This is just not for, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. This is for everything. After it's all over. It's time now. Are you excited about it? What's going on? I hadn't had a chance to look at the comments yet because I am sharing. I hope that some of you will do the same. I am presently sharing this to hopefully people that might be interested or may want to vent a little bit about this preseason and our roster. We don't know the cuts yet, obviously, but I think most Cowboy fans who've been watching the practices and then listening to the interviews and, of course, watching the games, we pretty much got an idea who's going to be on this team and who's not. So there's always a surprise here and there, but I don't think that there are any surprises really that's going to catch us off guard, to be honest with you. So it really makes no difference if we surprised or not. Guess what? The countdown to Tampa Bay is on now. The clock is ticking. September the 11th, Tom Brady comes to town. And whether we ready or not, hey, the game got to be played. I'm about to get to some of the obvious stuff in a minute, but like I said, I'm sharing. I'm sorry, I'm on Podbean Live right now. Thank you to those that are watching Facebook. Thank you to those that are watching the YouTube channel, the Spotlight Sports Network channel, and my personal YouTube page, the Big Time Show page. I'm on Twitter Live. If you want to go to Twitter, the tag is there on the ticker there. I am there live as well. If you'd like to watch it through Twitter, there it is at Big Time Lou. I am there live as we speak. I'm at Twitch for those that like Twitch. There's my handle, Big Time _73. You can go there now. You'll see me, the same face. And we're getting ready to get started in just a second. I'm depending on you guys to talk today because there's so many ways that we can go with this thing. And I want to make sure that I not only get out a couple points that I want to say, but I want to make sure that you get yours out as well. So you can just go and start filling out in the chat room. And, we can go ahead and just get crunk up. I'm going to start it off, of course. And let's just see what I'm thinking right quick. Well, I'm sorry. Before I do that, let me say hello. Miss Ty, I see you. Hey. Karam, what's up? See you guys are here. Some of you watching me, but y'all not speaking to me. What's up? I see E Kush in the house. What's up, E? I see you. I gotta see what's going on. Y'all watching, but you ain't saying nothing. What's going on with y'all? Oh, I just got a text from my nephew. Oh my God, I'm fired up right now. my nephew, for those that do not know, you should know by now. My nephew plays for Vanderbilt University. He's the starting wide receiver for Vanderbilt. He just texted me. So he's in Hawaii right now. Vanderbilt is playing Hawaii tonight. The first game on ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is on ESPN. I know it's on ESPN tonight at late. I think they got the last game, so I know most of you are watching college football now. But if you can, I need y'all to go check out my nephew. It's his senior year. He wants to play pro ball, so since me lying about it, I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there now. You will be seeing a lot if you follow my page. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I know a couple people, and we're gonna try to push him to the league. It's so professional ball. He's good enough to play NFL ball. Um, he's not a name that most of you guys know. His name is Devin Body Jr. when he plays for Vanderbilt. Hey, we trying to get him there. He wants to play ball, whatever ball that is, NFL, CFL, USFL, whatever, as long as you get paid for it. Amen, somebody. Hey. But he's good enough. He's got people, they've already kind of some people have put word out and say that he's good enough for a late round pick as of now. Of course, the games have not been played. Who knows? He may go completely off this year, and at least can kind of go up a little bit more. Who knows? But he just texted me. I'm excited. He said, I said, let's go. I did that at 3:06. He said, yes, sir. I'm ready. I'm locked in. That was at 3:06, whatever your time is. So that's just a couple of minutes ago. See, that right there just charged me up. So, I could really just say goodbye to y'all. I just feel like I'm playing again. It's no sense me lying. I'm just charged up just by him saying that. All right. So if you got time tonight before I go into Cowboy talk, go check out the Vanderbilt Commodores tonight. They're playing the University of Hawaii in Hawaii, of course. And my nephew, my sister's son, my baby sister's son, is playing and starting for the Commodores tonight. Devin Body Jr., number 6. If you want to even be more clear, number 6. He'll be out there tonight, 6 for 6. Matter of fact, I'm for to type it in. Y'all ain't got to type it in. I'm gonna celebrate him. I'm gonna do that right now. Hashtag 646. There it is. I'm typing it down. If y'all help me out, just show some solidarity. It's my nephew, my baby. I changed the diapers. Lord have mercy. I'm fired up for him tonight. So 6 for 6. If you don't mind, type that in. Just show some support for my boy. He don't know who y'all are, but I'm gonna tell him something. Anything to encourage him. 6 for 6. That's what we're looking for tonight. I want him to get in the end zone. I want him to get into the end zone. No doubt about it. 6 for 6. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, let's talk Cowboy talk. All right. Let me ask this question for those that are here. Yeah, thank you, Brother John. 6 for 6. There he is. Yeah, man. Devin Body Jr. Devin Body Jr. Fired up tonight. I'm ready to go. I wish I had a private jet that I can fly to Hawaii and come right on back. But the Lord will bless one day. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. Hey, you never know. Um, Let me ask y'all a question. And John, Kush, y'all help me out here. And whoever else is watching. Are y'all satisfied with what happened in the preseason? Now listen to me before you answer the question. I'm talking about on the field. What's up, Miller? I see you. I'm talking about the games played. Are you guys satisfied? Let me make it even more clear. Are we satisfied with the defense? We'll start off easy here. Are we satisfied with the defense? Just the defense. The defense. Are we satisfied with the defense? Let me throw out a couple things. We look good against the run, even with the backups playing. We look real good against the run. I wish I could have seen a little bit more out of Gallimore, but I understand. The time that I did see him, he was there. All right. So I'm good on the defensive line perspective. Let me show you something else that is obvious to me that is going to be a recurring problem for offenses. We know what D Law and Michael Parsons can do. We know what Terrell Basham can do. Let's throw him in. We know also, uh, well, we have a real good idea of what Dorrance Armstrong can do. Okay, we know that, but Lord have mercy, we got somebody else we got to throw in now. Mr. Sam Williams is going to be a problem for offenses. That's the wild card that we hoped would show up. And good Lord, we have another monster on defense from the defensive line position. I don't know if y'all guys watched it, but if you watch it, you have no choice but to agree with what I'm saying. He's going to be a problem. I can actually see a 7 between a I'm going to say between a 7 to 10. No, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to say between us, between a. Let me put it this way: he has a chance to mirror what Randy Gregory did as far as sack totals goes as a rookie, and splitting time. He has a chance to get at least minimum between 6 to 10 sacks this year. I believe that. What's up, Joe? I see you. Sam Williams is, good. Woo. He can get in there. He's gonna get with the quarterback. I loved him. I believe he shined. Linebackers. What I was glad to see, it looks like Cox is ready to play. He's still fast, even after the surgery, after the ACL surgery. He's still fast, which is good. So even on rotations, we shouldn't have too big of a drop off. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't really have too big of a drop off. Anthony Barr shouldn't have played anyway. He got in a couple times. He looked real stout. He is looking pretty good to me. And with the combination, I didn't see LVE, but they're saying he's completely healthy. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay. Michael Parsons is Michael Parsons, so we really don't have to explain that to him. I'm just talking about preseason. Gifford, hey, I got to tip my hat to him. Gifford looked good as a rotational linebacker. He looked real good. I like what Gifford did. He looked pretty good. Let's go with secondary, which is the problem. Nahshon Wright is not good. I don't care what nobody say. You can be there. So you can be there. That works in college and high school. But see, when you got to do more than just be there. And the reason why I'm saying that, because it seemed like Nahshon Wright was always in the right spot. But the difference between a pro, a starter, and a bench player is when you get there, you got to make the play. And Nahshon never made a play until last night, and that was an easy one because they threw him the ball. I mean, if y'all saw the interception Nahshon Wright had, they just threw it to him. He was right there. So he made that play, but other than that, he's been getting cracked. And that was the expectations for him. I have a problem with Kelvin Joseph, boss man. Boss man got hurt at the wrong time, a concussion supposedly, and he, some say is fighting for his job. That's what there's a lot of folks saying. So because what it did, and I see the text, I see you, like John is saying, the reason why it hurt him is because of this guy right here that you see John talking about. I think somebody else said something. Bland. I believe Bland has taken somebody's job. I don't know who that is, but Bland has been majorly impressive. I'm talking about, hey, where this kid come from? Our 5th round pick, but he's playing. Uh, appreciate you, Jack. Um, Bland has been outstanding this whole camp. I believe he elevated himself where he's got to almost be on the field. He's got to play. He's got to play. Now, I'm not saying he's supposed to take Lewis job. I'm not saying he's supposed to be inside or one of our top 4, but man, look, I don't know. He has to play. Well, let me put it this way. The expectations were for Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright to take the next step up, depending on what the team feels about what defining what next step means. That's up to them. However, I think that everybody will agree that Mr. Bland has played better than both of them. I don't think that could be denied. If we're going to put the best players on the field, Bland is one of them. Oh, it's no doubt. He played better than Nashawn. He played better than Boss Man. He did. And I believe that he's earned the right to be on this team now. And I ain't talking about no practice squad and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm saying he should be on game 1. He should be on the 53-man roster. If that means he plays special teams, so be it. But he deserves to be in uniform on that Sunday when we play Tampa Bay. Ikiamora, forgive me if I pronounced that right, Israel, who's been outstanding. Those were the 2 that kind of shined, when they really weren't expected for them to shine the way they did. They stepped up huge, especially Israel, as he has made play after play. And I see Jack is right here with me. Thank you, Jack. We got the same brain. We thinking just alike here. They have come alive, and they have put their foot in the sand and say, "Hey, y'all, you gonna notice me." Now, a lot of our safeties did not play in the preseason. Hooker, Curse. I really didn't see Donovan Wilson a whole lot. But these guys stepped up big, and they are saying, "Look, I need to play, Mr. Coach Quinn. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play." I really believe, especially Bland. I mean, I get he's a rookie, but look, sometimes some rookies just need to go in there and go ahead and get loose. He's one of them. Israel looked good. So we didn't see much of Lord have mercy, Mr. Diggs. We didn't see AB, Anthony Brown. We didn't see Lewis. We didn't see Boss Man a lot. And so we getting ready to see him week 1. I hope they ready. And I'm not saying they were supposed to play, but there's a lot of question marks. I don't think it's too many question marks about the defense. So we're good there. Let's switch the offense real quick. And I guess this is where the problem's going to be. Obviously, I talked about this earlier in the week. I came on as I was driving in to work talking about Tyron Smith. Of course, everybody knows by now that he's pretty much gone for the year and all that kind of stuff. I heard Jerry Jones come out and talk about him coming back and play all time. But look, everybody says whoever has this injury, they don't come back. And you shouldn't rush it. It's a very, when your hamstring come off the bone, that requires surgery, and it takes a long period of time for that muscle to build back to where you even think about talking about playing football. So he's gone, as I said on the other show earlier this week, the morning after we found out he was hurt. No sense of crying. It's over with. God bless him. Hope that he recovers well. But the NFL is not going to stop the schedule because Tyron Smith is hurt. We got to move on. We all knew that he was going to get hurt because he always gets hurt. And if he saw the play, what happened, you have to go. If you're following me on the Big Time Show page, I put the actual play on there where you can see how he hurt himself, and it was just routine blocking, and he just fell down like a ton of bricks. Uh, it just shows you how fragile he is. And personally speaking, for me, and it's kind of hard to tell a warrior to sit down, but it's time for him to retire. His mind is willing, but the body ain't matching. His body is quitting on him. His body can't take this type of intensity anymore. This is why he's hurting every year for long periods of time. So now, of course, then we get to the offensive line. And this is where I got a problem, y'all. I see you, E-Kush. I'll get to him in a minute. I got a problem, y'all. I got a problem. I got a serious problem with the front office, and I have a problem with Kellen Moore. Okay. Let me get to the main thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all the really end. And some of y'all not gonna agree with my end result here, but it's just my opinion. And you have yours, and maybe, I hope I'm wrong. It's just an opinion. I'm not saying as if it's the end all be all. Yeah, Karam, I agree 100%. Well, it's not the biggest problem, but it's close. If you're talking about on the field, then yeah, I agree with you on that. The biggest problem with the Dallas Cowboys is the mentality of the Dallas Cowboys, and that comes from the front office. Let me show you why I got a problem, y'all. You took away our number one receiver, Amari Cooper. The substitute for that was that you figure CeeDee Lamb is ready. Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. You figure Michael Gallup will be back sooner than later, and then you got your true number one and number two. Gallup is pretty good. I figured CD is gonna be pretty good this year. I get that. But you took away a true number one receiver. That's not good. You took away or you refused to sign your starting right tackle in Lyle Collins. Took him away. You figured that the substitute for that probably is Terrence Steele. Okay, okay, I'm fine. Okay, I ain't gonna throw up over that. Terrence Steele can play. Another one, even though we all wanted him to go, but you took away our left guard, Connor Williams. And what we feel about him or not, the bottom line is he's a starter on the offensive line. Took him away. The substitute with that was really, I don't know, because you were depending on Tyron Smith to stay healthy, and you drafted Tyler Smith, and you wanted to move him to guard. So I guess that's the answer. It was a bunch of not solid things. It was just you wanted to teach him the guard position, something that he did not play. That's not real stability in mentality. You want a guard, draft a guard. But the Cowboys have this horrible mentality, to me, is that you always draft linemen based off of flex position. you figure they can play flex. That's what they did with Connor Williams. Connor Williams, if you remember, was drafted as a tackle out of Texas. They tried to make him a guard. We see how that turned out, right? That's not smart. So you tried to draft a first round pick and make him a guard, and he was doing pretty good. But you were also depending on Tyron Smith, fragile Tyron Smith. And because you did that, look where we are now. The plan, of course, was to have Tyler Smith become our left tackle. Um, Tried to hopefully get a year with him as a guard, let Tyron play, and you roll on, and then he slides over. Well, of course, as we know now, the plan has been thrown in the garbage can, and now it looks as if Tyler Smith will start his legacy now. He's going to left tackle, starting off. Now, here's the part I got a problem with. They didn't practice Tyler Smith at all from the tackle position. He only played guard. They didn't really slide him and let him get reps at tackle. Now you're going to throw him to the wolves, and I'm not saying he can't handle it. I'm just saying, like, you gave too much attention to people who can't play. Josh Ball cannot be our tackle. They put it all. They tried to make $1 out of 15 cents with him. They poured in to him, giving him an opportunity after opportunity after. Look, how many times do you got to see this man get beat before you figure out he ain't it? I mean, now he did okay in the run game, but he's not it. Tyler Smith's still playing. You know, they still playing guard. Josh Ball is not raw. Okay. Farrell was another good one. Okay. Farrell was good. I like him at center, actually, to be honest with you. He was blowing people off. I like him. Oh, when he was in, y'all got to pull him up if you for those that watch tape. I had no problem with Farrell. And then the one that really should be playing is Mr. Collins, Avante Collins. That's who should be playing. And to make a long story short, I had wanted to substitute it. I wanted Steele to go back to left tackle. It was just my thoughts. I wanted Tyler Smith to stay at guard. I wanted, I like Farron up, but I deal with Tyler Biotis. He can stay at center. Of course, Zach Martin at right guard, no question. And then I wanted Collins to be our right tackle. That's what I want. I mean, we supposed to put our best 5 out there. Instead, they're trying to make Josh Ball, because they have this system in their head that's really messing us up. It ain't just, in this position. They refuse to go out and get help. I didn't want Zach Martin at left tackle, Karan. I didn't want that. I wanted Tate Steele to go back. I want Zach Martin to stay right where he at guard. They refuse to go get help from a veteran, which is what a lot of y'all want. And there are a few names out there that have just popped up, and here's the problem. It ain't no sense of nobody getting hype about free agents, as we know by now. We know that Stephen Jones is not going to go get anybody. Y'all have heard him say it so many times. We believe in our guys. We believe in our guys. We believe in them. We want to give them every opportunity to shine. We want to give them every opportunity to make this team. We believe in our young guys. No, you don't believe in the young guys. This is what you believe in. The truth of the matter is you believe in the salary cap. You don't want to pay people that's going to affect this imaginary championship of the world of salary cap. Because when you see the needs, you don't attack them at all. You believe in second and third string players, believing that they can be Pro Bowlers. I guess that's the dream of a draft, so I ain't going to just knock that. But when you know that's not the case, when you see your second and third string players getting their brains kicked in preseason and in practice, then why are you still investing in it when you got guys out there that you know that can help you? Why am I sounding like this? Because we got a $40 million quarterback back there that everybody knows that if we don't protect him or if he gets hurt, we might as well start getting ready for next year's draft. I mean, which leads to another discussion. Y'all see our backup quarterbacks? Do y'all feel comfortable with Will Greer and Cooper Rush? Hello. Dak has to stay healthy for us to even be talking about having a chance here. So you surround Dak with hopes instead of what you know. You won't go get the help. You're investing in the Josh Ball. I mean, Josh Ball, has he played the whole preseason? Has he has he even sat down? I mean, he's playing. I mean, they really trying to find out. I'm like, good Lord, how many quarters do you have to have before you come to the conclusion this guy can't play left tackle? He's gonna get your quarterback killed. So instead of surrounding Dak, let's go through the scorecard one more time. Then I'll tell you what I'm really saying. Let's go through the scorecard. I don't care what the replacements are. Here's the bottom line. You took away a number one wide receiver. You took away a starting right tackle. You took away a starting left guard from this dude that you just signed over $40 million a year. And you replace them with backups. Your starting wide receiver coach, you know Michael Gallup is down. You know James Washington is down. Everybody forgot about him. You know James Washington is down. You got a $40 million quarterback and an aging running back who everybody all of a sudden believe they're going to give him the ball like he Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans. Really? Which goes, of course, to Kellen Moore, but I save him for last. Really? Yo. And you get an agent, you still swaying up and down that you're going to get a ball to Tony Pollard. You ain't figured that out in 2.5 years. And now all of a sudden, we supposed to believe that now all of a sudden you have an epiphany and you just know how to get Tony Pollard the ball when you've had that same guy for 2 years and all that. Thank you, Joe. Let me throw that in. Thank you, Joe. I just gave the starters. But as Joe just said, we lost Cedric Wilson as well. So you've taken away Dax. You've taken away Dax. I mean, 2 of his top 4 wide receivers. And you really didn't do nothing but go through the draft. I mean, I'm not knocking Tolbert and I'm not knocking Simi and those guys. Turbin. I'm not knocking those guys. I'm just saying, when you have a guy that you're paying that type of money to, and here's the other thing. Here's the main thing. Quit talking to me about a Super Bowl when you're not making Super Bowl decisions. Don't talk to me about that. If we're secretly rebuilding, just let me know that we're just trying to keep our head above the water. We're trying to make sure we draft between 10 and 10 and 13. Let me know that. But stop talking to me about the playoffs. Stop talking to me about that when you're not surrounding this dude with what he needs to get you there. Josh Ball ain't it. Y'all, so look, Josh Ball is gonna take somebody's spot. It might be a defensive player that we may need. That he's not gonna do it because Josh Ball is gonna be on this roster. And he ain't showed me nothing. I'm sorry. Nate Newton, if y'all were watching the game last night, Nate Newton started laughing at the offensive line. He said, "Man, ain't nobody doing nothing." Y'all saw that. He said, "This is not good." Because if this is the reason why you got to look at it. Because see, the truth of the matter is, when it comes to offensive line, as crazy as it may sound, and you know it ain't gonna happen, but we can't afford no injury on the offensive line. Because if we do have an injury on the offensive line, look at our backups, and you tell me how comfortable you feel. I'm comfortable with Farrell now. I'm comfortable with Carter McGovern. But if you telling me these outside tackles, forgive me if I don't know his name, but other than Ball, all the other tackles that were there, like, good God. Terrence Steele can't get hurt. Tyler Smith, he cannot get hurt. And I'm saying, like, which is leading me to thank you, E, because there it is. Walesko, who just coming off injury. We don't know if he 100% anyway. These guys, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? Like, and the reason why I'm saying this, y'all, and this is speculation, this is conspiracy theory that I'm about to throw out. But you got to kind of see this thing. See, last year, the offense was loaded and the defense was good. And I was saying the same thing about defense. Like, if we can get this defense stacked up just a little bit with this offense scoring 30 a game, we got a shot here. Now it's the total reverse. See, they did add some people to the defense. Barr, which is good enough for me. So that Michael Parsons sometime get down on the edge and go get him about 15 to 20 sacks a year. You had to get a linebacker that can cover and a veteran like that. I wanted Bobby Wagner, of course, but we didn't get Bobby Wagner. I'll take Anthony Barr. I like it. But see, you did that in order to make a move on defense. I was just looking for the same thing. Because the window is closing. We may not see Tyron Smith again, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't want to see him. I want him to retire. That window is closing. I'm wondering this, y'all. Here's my conspiracy, and then we'll move on. Here's my conspiracy, and I'll let y'all have the rest of the show. You got a $40 million contract, and if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I believe that he can come back to the negotiating table after another 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. It's either 3 or 4 years. It's one of the two. Well, they're going to count this year coming up right here, right? And please understand, y'all. Please understand that as we get closer to week 1, please understand that whatever goes wrong with the Dallas Cowboys offensively, it will point to 2 people. And one of them is not the one that y'all thinking already. It will not be Kellen Moore. They're not going to point it that way. Y'all know how this league works. Y'all been watching football. Y'all know how this thing go. They're going to point it to Mike McCarthy and mostly They're going to point, if things go wrong, to Dak Prescott. They're going to be saying this. Well, because you're already hearing it now. Well, you paid him $40 million a year. He got to be the man. We thought that he could carry a team. This is what you're going to be hearing. You're already hearing some of it now. That's what Steven and Jerry said. They said, hey, he's got to carry us. He's got to step it up and carry us like that. And I'm saying, okay, you got to step up and carry. But what did you give him? Where the protection at? Huh? Where's the protection? Where's the real protection? I'm depending on second and third stringers who supposedly it's their time now. It's their time. We gonna let them grow. We gonna draft and develop. We gonna get this. No, we ain't spending no money. We got it, but we ain't gonna spend it. No. We know some guys out there. We see them, but now we like our guys. We like our guys. And in 2 or 3 years, whenever Dak time comes, because he can renegotiate, I think it's at the third or fourth year, they're going to go back to this year, next year, and before they're going to say, well, because we already seen evidence of this. They blamed DeMarcus Lawrence. They cut his pay. They didn't like paying Amari Cooper what he's $20 million, so he gone to Cleveland now. That's what it boiled down to. They didn't want to pay him. They're going to look at Dak in 2 or 3 years, and they're going to say this. Well, he paid you like you was the man, What happened? They ain't going to care nothing about. And some of y'all going to turn on Dak too. Some of you, I'm sorry. I hate to do this to y'all, but some of y'all going to turn on him too. Some of y'all going to turn on him. Some of y'all gonna say he's not the guy, and I'm saying, and let me be clear, because I got some brothers on here who've known me for the last few years, and they know how I feel about Dak as far as him being great. All that kind of stuff. I've been one of the ones that have said, like, I don't know, can he do it? Because he's not that type of dude. See, my judgment is this, and I'm not knocking that because I've seen him do it at times. Okay, but here's my thing. You're down 4. Fourth quarter, you got about 1:58, and your ball is at the 20-yard line. Can this dude, who's going to be primarily passing, can he get you to the promised land? Now, before you answer that question, there are a few guys on that I'm about to call out that you just automatically know. You're going to say yes. If you say Tom Brady is there, down 4, or you have to get him in field goal range to tie up the kick, do you know for sure Brady can do that? Your answer is yes. You ain't got to type it in because you've seen it for 20 years. You know you can. If I say Aaron Rodgers, you're going to say yes because you've seen him do it. If Mahomes is there, you're going to say yes. Yes, he can get it done. There's no question about mine. A couple other guys you may be thinking of. Now, I ain't just trying to think of. I'm just saying. But when you say Dak Prescott, you kind of. I know he can do it, but I'm not 100% sure he can do it. I ain't saying your 90 don't mean 100. I'm saying I have 100% confidence that some of them guys I called out earlier, they can do it because I've seen them do it for years. Dak. You see what I'm saying? Like the ball is in your hand, and with Brady, and a lot of people say, well, Brady didn't have nothing in New England and all that, but he had Josh McDaniels, which is another whole story in itself. He had Josh McDaniels as offensive coordinator. Coordinator knew how to scheme things open, knew how to put the right people in the right place. The Patriots at that time did not have the greatest wide receiver names wise, but he had guys that can get open well enough with the scheme. We don't have that type of offense coordinator. And because we don't, them little slant panels, the Dak throw, and the little dink and doink, that stuff may not get you there. Because Kellen Moore is Kellen Moore. What am I telling y'all? I'm telling y'all they setting Dak up. I say it all that to say this. They are setting Dak up. This is my conspiracy. They're setting Dak up. I'm saying it before even the game, before the first kickoff comes. Because when I look at this offense, and we very well may do okay. I don't know that. I'm just saying, if your offensive line is not right, I know the injury just happened, and I get all that. I'm saying, if your offensive line is not right, and every team that has one of these special type quarterbacks, one of the very first things they are doing, and they have done, is to make sure that the offensive line is right. Even the backups, they don't want no drop off. The teams that have done this over the years, the Saints with Drew Brees, Brady with the Patriots. Look at Mahomes. The offensive line has been right from the starters to down low. And when you don't have that right, you don't want to win, because if your quarterback is running for his life and he's always on the ground, hello, your expectations shouldn't be so high. So now I'm going out with my left tackle, who's going to be Tyler Smith. There's question marks because he ain't really played it, because he's been playing guard the whole training camp. So now we've got to find out, okay, I don't know how you respond to the team's best edge rusher. So let's look at Tampa. I believe it's Pierre Paul for Tampa. I haven't seen Tyler Smith. I saw him in college. Okay. I saw that. But I haven't seen Tyler Smith on the NFL level yet. Can he handle the speed of some of these guys that's coming off the edge? Now, I will say this. He gets a chance, however, to get baptized real quick, because if I'm practicing, I'm putting Michael Parsons over there to go against Tyler Smith every day. I'm putting DeMarcus Lawrence on Tyler Smith every day until Tampa Bay comes, because he has to feel guys that can run a 4-4 coming from the edge. He ain't done it this because we ain't practicing him there. He needs to practice every day against Michael Parsons. He needs to practice against DeMarcus Lawrence. Give me even Dorrance Armstrong because he fast. Give me Sam Williams. Those four, because they can beat you inside and outside. I even put Basham in there as well. Give me those 5 guys to go against Tyler Smith every day, whether that's team drills, whether that's one-on-one drills. I don't care. Destroy him in practice. Let's see if he can handle the edge, because you ain't got no choice now, because that's where you putting him. Okay, so that's one question mark. We hope he can do it. We just don't know. So that's there. At left guard, everybody's saying McGovern now is going to slide in. Okay, I'm good with that, but let's keep in mind of this. Remember, we called for Connor McGovern to be at left guard before, when Connor Williams was getting his brains beat out. What happened? They switched back to Connor Williams because McGovern wasn't getting the job done. Now, that was last year. Okay, I know what y'all saying. Okay, well, this year is this year. Okay, all y'all optimist Cowboy fans, God bless you. I'm not gonna knock you. Hopefully, he is right. I'm just stating the facts. We called for him. They agreed. They put him in last year, and after about 2 or 3 weeks, they took him right back out and put Cyrus Connor Williams back in. That ought to tell you something. I'm just saying. Okay. Be honest. The 2 holes last year were Connor Williams and Biotis. They was getting beat. Biotis wasn't getting it beat as bad as Connor Williams, but Biotis was getting beat at times. Well, guess what? He's going to get baptized very quickly because look who he playing in week 1. Mr. Vita Vea, as Key in the building just said. Real quick, I don't know if he lifted weights. I don't know if he ate extra Wheaties. I don't know if he been lifting cars. I don't know if he didn't got stronger. I don't know because I ain't seen him play too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. But look, week 1 on the way. This is the offensive line now. Now I'm going line by line, and if y'all don't agree with me, so be it. And I ain't trying to point negativity. I'm just saying they're setting Dak up. Right guard. We ain't worried about right guard. The only thing that we're worried about with Zach Martin is, please, Lord, keep him healthy. That's the only thing we worried about with Zach Martin. Can you stay healthy? Please. Please stay healthy. Please. He missed games last year. Please. Can he stay healthy? I love Terrence Steele. He's mean. And he played pretty good right tackle last year for us. I'm cool with that. But I'm saying this is the unit with the left side. Somebody said, as Joe said, Alex Leatherwood. Okay, yeah, I heard about that too. That they were teams, the Raiders talking about releasing him or trading him. Okay, E. Kush just said about Eric Fisher. Look, as usual, E. Kush, you ought to know. Look, we're not talking about. Hey, y'all on Podbean. I say, what's up, Smoke? I see you. Saturday Night Smoke. What's going on in Spookilla? Yeah, you say your old line is the Cowboy straw. Exactly. So, Coley, I agree with you 100%. I'm with you on that. That is the problem. I'm talking to those on Podbean. I see Coach of them popped in as well. First of all, here's the problem, y'all. See, one of the problems with the Cowboys is this, and y'all should know that. Let me get back to E. Kush real quick and Joe. Alex Leatherwood, Eric Fisher. Watch this, y'all. Let's stop calling names out. Because we all know everybody, as soon as somebody talk about being released, the first team they talk about is Dallas Cowboys. They never come. So I ain't getting hyped at all until I see them in a Cowboy uniform. Does it make sense? Yeah. I would love to have a veteran. I would, personally. I would. But I'm cool with starting the show. If they want to start the show with Tyler Smith early, so be it. That just be prepared for the lumps that he might have happened. I mean, he just might have a few bumps in the road. Alex Leatherwood, that's interesting. I would love to know why the Raiders want to get rid of a guy that's so young and who was so good, and now all of a sudden you want to get rid of him. I would like to know the reason for that. Now, I don't study the Raiders. I don't know nothing about it. So I'm very curious to see why would you give up on a guy who's so young and was drafted so high. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. And maybe some of y'all can help me with that. I don't know. Maybe y'all know more than I know as far as what's wrong with Leatherwood. But he's very young. He just got in the league a few years ago. And now you want to get rid of him? I don't know. Karan, what you just say? He could say we got signs slapping us in the face right now. We are gonna regret not going after someone. That remains to be seen, because I would side with you 100% and stand with you. Because I'm telling y'all now, this is just me. You ain't got to agree with me. I'm seeing that they are setting up Dak so that when the contract time comes, and this sound bad, don't it? I know it do. But I saw Jerry Jones on First Take, and when Steven asked him a question, he started doing this with those that are watching. You remember he started talking about the money, that he started rubbing his fingers, his index finger and his thumb together, and started talking about money like that. Okay, and you just lost your tackle. Good God. I mean, you got a $40 million quarterback. Huh? I'm saying that when negotiation time comes for Dak, please understand, Dak probably gonna ask for some more money. At least I would think he would, and he should. And they're gonna use all this against him. when they didn't try to help him. They didn't. We're going to week one. Y'all answer for me. Did they really help Dak Prescott? Since everybody's saying this is Dak's team. I heard that. I think I heard Mike Irvin say that last night before the game. This is Dak's team. It's Dak's team. It's Dak's team. Well, will y'all give Dak some help? I mean, look what you took away. And somebody smart aleck gonna say, well, because these are the people that don't like Dak. They'll say, well, Aaron Rodgers lost Devontae Adams. So, well, I mean, hey, you got to step up. I'm just saying. Look, I can see this thing, and it's a conspiracy. And hey, you remember what I said last year? Now I finish up with this. You remember what I said last year? That when it comes to the front office and the coaching, this was based off last year, we're at a position where the talent level of the team has to override the bad coaching personnel decisions and the bad coaching. We had those type players, but here's my question: what happens when you have to do that, but you don't have the players? What does that mean? I'm walking out there with Noah Brown, and I'm not knocking Noah Brown because I like Noah Brown. I like Noah Brown. I like Noah Brown. I do. But Noah Brown don't scare nobody. Noah Brown can catch the football. He don't scare nobody, though. Huh? Tolbert is a rookie. He don't scare nobody. A lot of y'all love Houston. Okay. Y'all saw him last night. Is that scary to you? All right, and now I'm thinking about it, I will say this though, and I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but Hendershot, now here's the problem. Everybody love the little tight end Hendershot, who I believe is gonna make the team. Okay, and what is he gonna be though? What, our third tight end now, maybe? Okay, y'all see he can get up the field. Okay, he can get up the field. He can catch the ball, has a little wiggle in his hips. Okay, I give you that. Yes, he does. He's tough. He's energetic. He's hype. Yes, he does. But here's the question, y'all. Can is Kellen Moore gonna do? We still have that same guy who don't even know how to give Tony Pollard the ball, right? Why y'all, look, come on now. Come on now. See, I'm just calling it like it is, y'all. I don't trust Kellen Moore at all. Some of y'all really believe we finna run the ball like crazy. Look. Okay. I don't trust Kellen Moore. Y'all might, but I don't. I believe when it's all said and done, I believe it's gonna be like this because we already know what Tampa gonna do, y'all. We already know what Tampa's going to do. They're gonna stack the box like they did last year in week one. And Kellen Moore just said, forget this. I'm passing. And Dak Prescott threw the ball almost 50 some odd times. No running at all. Every team we play this year is going to do the same thing. And you already know what this man going to do because he done showed you for 2 years what he going to do. I don't believe that they're just going to keep running Ezekiel into a wall because you don't have that type of offensive line. I don't care what y'all say because they ain't putting the best five out there in the first place. Collins should be starting. Now, y'all heard me say that. Y'all talking about who was Collins? Avante Collins. Yeah. Uh-huh. At right tackle. Yes, he should. Yep. I think you need to move Steele at left tackle. Put Collins out there. That's one of your best five, truth be told. See, the Cowboys have politic problems. they're loyal to whatever contract is up or what contract has been. We pay you, you're the one that got to play. We don't care if somebody is better. We don't care if somebody's better. We got politics. Guys that you got better guys on the bench that's gonna be starting. This is what we're gonna have. That's why they're putting Josh Ball getting all this playing time. Man, sit down. Collins is better than Josh Ball. See what I'm saying? I don't trust that. I don't trust the Cowboys' loyalty is to the salary cap and whatever pick they pick and who's ever young but got a few years left on their contract, and that's who they're gonna play. They believe in trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, and this is what we're coming in to week one with. All right, this is what we're coming in to week one. I believe that who is that? Spicoli. Dallas puts all their money into one or two players. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Spicoli. But the front office look. Let me tell y'all. we gonna get hyped. We gonna put our cowboy gear on. We gonna cheer for our team. We gonna cheer for Dak. We gonna cheer for Zeke. We gonna cheer for whoever our linemen are. We gonna cheer for this defense. We gonna do all that. But behind that, for those that are real Cowboy fans and in-depth Cowboy fans, this front office has failed us again. They took away everything from that. You took away 3 starters, or you refused to pay 3 starters. And you steadily talking about the playoffs. This offense is not as good as it was last year. Let's just be realistic. Let's be truthful. They are not as good as they were last year coming into week one. They are nowhere near it. And they're going to blame Dak. They are. You're going to hear that. You only hear Kellen Moore name. They're going to be saying, this is what ESPN is going to be saying. Let's just go with it. First week, Tampa. Next week, Cincinnati. If the Cowboys start off 0-2, the job search and the job calling for his job will begin immediately. You're going to hear, we don't believe Coach McCarthy is the guy. Then they're going to switch it to Dak and say, somebody's going to say it. He's been paid $40 million plus dollars. You're getting paid to be the man. You gotta lift up your team. You gotta do this is what you're getting ready to hear. I'm telling y'all. Matter of fact, somebody mark this down and whoever y'all video this stuff, and I'm gonna put this video. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cut it up what I just said, and I'm gonna put it up about 2 or 3 weeks later. Cause this is what you about to start hearing. The front office has failed, and they're gonna be sitting up there drinking Mai Tais, Hennessy, and Coke. They're gonna be up there drinking, eyes red, drunk, and all that kind of stuff, sitting up there with it crossing their leg like they're the Godfather, knowing good and well that they didn't do what they were supposed to do to make this team what they were thinking. So you talking a bunch of wolf tickets, Super Bowl, and we're gonna be the playoffs and all that kind of stuff when you know you didn't do what you're supposed to do. If we're rebuilding, if you want to go with the draft and development system, just let me know. Then my expectations won't be high. But Cowboy land expectations are through the roof. We're gonna beat up Philadelphia. We're gonna get to the playoffs. We're gonna run teams down the throat. We got Tony Pollard. We got Ezekiel Elliott. But you ain't got no line. You ain't putting the best 5 out there. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You ain't putting your best. Hopefully the 5 that they put out there, offensive line, as a unit, can get the job done. I hope they can. I do. That's my team. I hope they can. But man, look, if you're gonna put my offense, I thought you were supposed to put the best 5 out there. Collins is one of the best 5. Collins is one of the best 5. I thought you were supposed to put the best 5 out there to protect your quarterback and get the running game going. Put guys out there that can move people. Collins is one of those dudes. And I'm telling y'all, I got some question marks about Farrell not playing over. Be honest, now that's just me. I'm telling you, I seen him I'm talking about consistently knock people 2-3 yards off the ball from the center position. That's all I'm saying. But we're too loyal to people. We're too loyal to the contracts. We're too loyal. That's the reason why Tyron Smith is still here. Too loyal, man. Look, when your time is up, just like Shea was loyal to Sean Lee, no, he wasn't going to last long. They were loyal to Jason Witten, knowing he wasn't effective them last 2-3 years. But you put him out there anyway. Now you're loyal to Tyron Smith because you want him to go out his way. Well, he going out his way, all right. And probably never to return. I don't get it. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. That's how I feel about week 1. But in spite of that, now I got to figure out a way to how we gonna beat Tampa. Now that's where my sole focus is going. I don't care nothing about the preseason no more. I can care less. And by next week, I think Monday or Tuesday, we'll know who the 53 people are. And these are the guys that we got to go to war with. And from those 53, we got to figure out how in the world. Well, it ain't going to be, crazy because I can already tell y'all, and I'm going to open up the lines in just a second. I can already tell y'all that Tampa is probably a little bit worse than what we are. They lost their starting center. They lost both of their guards. So defensively, I already know how we can beat them. Everybody knows by now. We've had 20 years of seeing it. Blitz Brady up the middle, get him off his spot. And if you telling me that I got 3 backups in the interior of your offensive line, then they tell me Dan Quinn, I already know where he going to attack. They coming up the middle against backups. Our defense should give Brady a lot of problems. I see that. But now the reverse happened. Okay, our offensive line against their defensive line. Okay. The game is won in the trenches. So it's really going to be their offensive line with their backups against our offensive line with a rookie and a backup guard and Tyler Biotis, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. It's going to be who going to win in the trenches, as every football game does anyway. So there's that. I can already see the game plan or what should be the game plan for us. You see what I'm saying? So we got a good shot to beat Tampa because I believe our defensive line, I believe our blitz scheme is going to give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers problem. That's where the game really going to be won. We haven't seen the first team offense in fairness because they ain't been out there. We got to see it first before I give judgment. All I know is I know who the offensive coordinator is for us. I don't trust him. I know that I'm walking in with a makeshift offensive line that I know is not starting the best 5. That's what I know. All right. So whether we like it or not, whatever you feel about it, whatever the way I feel about it, guess what? September the 11th is on the way. It don't make no difference what we feel about it. We getting ready to line up. It's time now. All the talk is over. All what could have been done, hey, it ain't done. It hadn't been done. It's over with. The free agents that we let go, who y'all thought that we should have had, is over with. What coulda, shoulda, woulda, and all that, leave it alone. We lining up. Whoever we got left, hey, here we go. 2022-23 season is now underway. Game planning starts right now. Film study starts right now. Dak Prescott, all these guys that didn't play in the preseason, buckle up. They ain't got, they really ain't got hit yet. You saw the little practice stuff, but that ain't nothing. Let's see if Zeke Everybody thinks Zeke did it. Everybody getting hype about the little Instagram post where he jumping through tape and jumping through tires and making all that noise and stuff. I mean, stop it. Now the bodies come up. He's quicker than ever. He's agile than ever. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Can Tony Pollard? I promise you, I'm going to open it up. Can Tony Pollard? Listen, y'all. Can Tony Pollard get the ball more than 5 times a game? See, these are the these are the 2 to 3 year questions that I've had. Can Tony Pollard, how many years do I got to keep asking this same question? Can Tony Pollard get the ball at least, more than 4 or 5 times a game? Can he, please? Please. I mean, has Kellen Moore figured this out yet? You know. Tampa Bay, let's go. Here we go. Y'all ready? Hey, ain't no sense of crying now. Some of y'all are optimistic and helpful. I'm glad for you. I'm glad you're in here. I'm still saying the same thing. They are trying to set Dak up. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I believe that. Y'all don't believe that? Okay. See, this is what this is the problem I have. Y'all heard that Dak won. Y'all heard Dak won that award last night, for community service and all that kind of stuff. That's what Dak does, Everybody loved that. The Cowboys give more credit. Y'all got to be watching now. They give more credit to Dak for what he do off the field than what he does on the field. See, off the field ain't gonna win you no ball games. See what I'm saying? They don't quite Okay. Y'all understand. Y'all understand. Y'all understand. This is what they do, see. This is what they do. I'm trying to show y'all something real quick. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Y'all give me just a second. I want to show y'all this. Then I'll open up the lines. Right here. Here you go. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Look what it says. This is what happened last night. It says, if you can't see it, I'll read it to you. Those on Podbean, I know you can't see it. It's a thumbnail where Dak, it says from the Dallas Cowboys, a leader on and off the field. Congrats to Dak on earning our Beyond the Gridiron Award presented by UHC. The honor is given to our current Cowboys player who has been a difference maker in the community. God bless him. Dak is well known for that. You don't hear too much credit over him being on the field, other than him saying he's a leader of men. He'll run through a wall for him. He's this, he's that, but you don't really hear about his play. Nobody really just says a lot to give him credit for his play. They love to talk about him being a leader. They'll give him that. They'll give him that as far as what he does in the community, but by inside the ropes, they don't give him credit like that. Matter of fact, most would say he's a lower level top 10 quarterback. Some even have him outside the top 10. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what they're going to be using against him in another couple of years, and they're setting up the groundwork. another conspiracy theory. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it all out now. I really never believed that Jerry Jones really wanted Dak Prescott to be the quarterback. Y'all do realize that, but when he got the job, he was listed as a third string quarterback behind Kellen Moore and Tony Romo. Both of them got hurt. Dak got in. The rest is history. They really didn't want Dak to be the starting quarterback. They didn't really want Dak. They didn't want that. Now y'all, I don't care. I'm done. You know, that opens up another whole show by itself. But they didn't want that. They had to settle for Dak. Big difference. That's why they brought in Andy Dalton. Y'all remember this a couple of years ago? Do y'all remember how they talked about Andy Dalton? There was some that thought Andy Dalton was going to come in and take the job. They paid him like it too. Y'all remember that? I don't know. Andy Dalton a little bit more accurate than Dak. Andy Dalton is, he's won. He's carried his team to the playoffs for, he's done this. And folks are actually thinking, I thought there wouldn't be no drop off with Dak getting hurt and Andy Dalton. He can get the job done. Andy Dalton, it won't be no drop off. Found out about that real quick, didn't we? Huh? But the disrespect to even act like you weren't gonna miss Dak was telling to me right from the beginning. Like, hey, that kind of tell you what they really thought about Dak on the slide. Like, did you really believe that Andy Dalton can come in and do everything Dak could do with no drop off? That told me exactly really what you felt about Dak. Like, you good, but you and Andy Dalton kind of in the same boat. That's what they thought. For them to come out and say it, they paid him like he was I think we paid him $5 million, I believe. They paid him like he was a difference maker. Huh? Y'all remember that? I ain't forgot. See, Jerry Jones ain't slick to me. Stephen Jones ain't slick. They really believed that it wasn't gonna be no drop off. Period. Nothing. Okay. That ought to tell you. And so if you disrespect them now, you're gonna disrespect them later on. And that's gonna come when contract time comes. All right, I'm done. Because y'all don't like what I'm saying. But it's okay. I'm done. Call line open. Might as well go and get to it. Might as well go and get to it. I don't look. That was my opinion. That was my opinion now. I ain't fit to argue with y'all about my opinion. All right. You may have yours. I don't need no correction about my opinion. That's just my speculation. I don't look, I bless you for it. Coley, just hold on just a second. I got Coach Marv in real quick. So Coley, just listen in and I'll bring you back, okay? Just hold on. I got Coach Marv already on the line. Coach Marv, you there, brother?
Yeah, you can hear me, Big Show?
I can hear you loud and clear. Ladies and
Hey
gentlemen,
man, how you
one and
doing
only
today,
Coach
man?
Marv. What's
Let
up?
me let me kind of talk you off the ledge here. I agree wholeheartedly about Kellen Moore. I got a lot of I have been questioning him a great deal about him not being a savvy offensive coordinator that knows the tempo of his team. I have been questioning McCarthy as well as his leadership qualities to construct the coaches to do what he wants to be done because he's the head coach. And sometimes I believe he believes a little bit, he thinks a little bit like Kellen Moore, so that's why he doesn't pull the reins back on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, and this is my coaching, the coaching in me and what I have seen of this team. I have studied the film.
Mm-hmm.
As this team is constructed with not changing one thing,
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton can win a Super Bowl with this team.
Okay.
As this team constructed right now.
Okay.
I think sometimes we have so much questions about Kellen Moore that, again, that we feel that our talent, we got to have more and more and more. I've listened to the pundits talk about the 3 starters we lost, and how deficient we are because of the offense of the 3 starters. Out of those 3 starters, I think Mari Cooper is the question. Collins, he wasn't going to play guard. So you got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
What you going to keep? That's going to be disgruntled.
No doubt. Bring drama to the locker room. No question.
Cedric Wilson still had a pretty good year. A pretty good, okay breakout year. If you can't replace third receivers, then you're not an organization. I don't think he, I went and checked in Miami. I don't think he caught maybe one ball in preseason. So I don't think Cedric Wilson was a guy that was a game changer where he can get off coverage. I think he benefited from doing what third receiver does. And then we get to the offensive line, and everybody know how I've been clamoring the board about Collins, and I'm what he had to prove it to me every preseason game, and in the last preseason game he's even getting better, and you can see the confidence in him. You can see when guys go touchdowns, defensive guys get interceptions, he's on the field chest pumping guys because he in his bag. He knows that he's in his bag, and he knows he's doing what he's doing. Even though when he was playing against, some people say last game he played against third stringers. If you watch him in the entirety of the game, he was doing what you do to third stringers. Total domination of them.
Yes, sir.
Not even allowed them to. And some people say, well, he gave up a sack. The guard got beat so bad, the guy did a stunt, they didn't switch. He got a sack, he got knocked off the block. But other than that, total domination. And that shows that this is a guy in his 4th year that has come into his own. He is healthy. He has had the battles of being in different camps.
And was a starter.
And the reason why he got shipped out there because he got injured. And when you get injured, sometimes you fall off the boat if you're not the name guy. But he's healthy now, and he's playing. To me, and I know we got a lot of questions on the offensive line. I know we have. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I know people say that we have a lot of questions on the offensive line, but I'm here to tell you, people, most teams, probably 95% of the teams, maybe have 5 to 6 decent offensive linemen. If we think teams are loaded with 8, 9 guys that can come out and be all pro, no.
You're crazy.
But when we talk about starting our best 5, I watched the game last night. I think it was very interesting that they gave Connor McGovern the first string snaps at center. And to me, he did an outstanding job.
He did.
Because I think he's had a very good camp. I think he has improved greatly. But if you're going to start the best 5 on this team, he's part of that best 5.
Exactly.
And Collins is part of that best 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you start the best 5, based off what their abilities or what they have done in the past, what they have done, I have seen in Collins, what I have seen in McGovern, what I have seen in Tyron Steele, in this play and in the film work, and of course what we see in Zach Martin, you will be able to run the ball against any team in the NFL. I wouldn't glance about nobody run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even hesitate to think we couldn't run the football.
Yeah.
Now,
If
if we played
if
our
if,
best
if,
five,
if we committed to
if we committed and we play our best five, I'm not even worried about it. I'm definitely not worried about this offensive line. There is two guys on this offensive line that we know is going to be on this team that did not play well, and I'm not giving up on Josh Ball. Josh Ball may be a Collins that needs his 3 years. We talking about a rookie year for him.
yeah, because he was hurt last year, no doubt.
So I'm not, and I don't know. I hadn't seen enough of Lewesco because he only it was the third day in pads because he got hurt right at the beginning of pads. So he may be coming along, but at this particular point in time,
He not
the
ready.
more experienced guys
Yeah.
and the guys that have been doing the best and the most physical and athletic guys will be Terrence Steele at left. And let me unpack something about when people talk. I know we're gonna have some people gonna say, well, Terrence didn't do well at left tackle last year. He gave up 2 sacks at left tackle. His first game coming from the right side in the emergency thing, no, it wasn't the best of game. But if you look at the film in the second game and the other game that he played, the snaps at left tackle, one thing he did in game 1 or game 2, he still was a dominating run blocker.
Yep.
And he got better at pass protection because it's a skill that you have to learn, you have to work at. And I believe this kid, he had that experience. He has played there in preseason game before. It wouldn't just take some time, and he had that game experience. So the muscle memory hadn't fell off, so he would be totally doing it differently.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith at guard. I'm not worried about Tyler Smith at guard. And I think a lot of people get so enamored with tackle. But people, if you got 2 dynamic guards, it makes your tackle, it makes the tackle job a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
So with McGovern at center, of course Zach Martin at left at right guard, and of course Collins at right guard, I would believe we can run the ball against anybody. We can beat up people enough to be able to pass anytime we want. I say this right here in closing, Big Show. When you have injuries on the football team or you have deficiencies on your team, it is the job of the coaches to game plan, to structure your offense, to highlight their strengths, and to protect their weaknesses.
No doubt.
So I say this. This is not a. I hate when we get to a point where we're saying that we don't have enough, or if we had another coach here, we would not be questioning so much of do we have enough. We will be questioning about could we get to the final destination. I say this about the defense. Don't we remember that we lost both our defensive ends for consecutive weeks? Did we panic? Did the defensive coaches panic? There was only 2 players on that defense that played all 17 games. 3 players. Your 2 corners and LVE. Everybody else missed significant time. But did your defensive coordinator panic? Did he say, well, we just don't have the players? He utilized the players that he had, and he put them in positions that highlighted their strengths and protected their weaknesses. And did we ever say in the defense this year, did we ever say that we went into a game and we were scared that our defense wasn't going to perform?
No, we had a coach.
So that's what I'm saying to you. So I think the depth on this offensive line is there. I think they're trying to get guys to play. It can't be a financial thing because you can't be too invested in a guy that's a 6th round pick or a 5th round pick. because a guy that's an undrafted free agent probably making just about the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, if Kellen, this falls on Kellen, and I would hate for us to think as a Cowboy Nation is that, oh man, we ain't got the players. Because I will guarantee you, if McCarthy is gone and you bring in somebody else, they're probably going to look at Jerry and them and say, maybe change a couple things. You got enough grocery in here to win.
Mm-hmm. Well, we sure for to find out, Coach. That's for sure.
So I feel, hey, listen, it's about utilizing your players. And if we look around the NFL, people, we put our team side by side. There and we talking about going out here and getting some offense. Leatherwood, I heard you say something about Leatherwood. The reason why Leatherwood is in trouble in the Raiders.
They just put his name out. That's all. He's
Yeah, he might be released.
Fans,
and he might be released because he ain't playing well. He hadn't played well at all. And he's a penalty machine. They put him from tackle. They moved him to guard, and he's not performing. And they say he's lazy. Mm-hmm. I don't need a guy to come in here to be a developmental guy because we don't have enough time to get him, and we don't have enough practice sessions to get him and work out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
So we could bring somebody out here, but remember, if the guy was a great offensive tackle that we're bringing in from someplace else, with the shortage of linemen in the league, mm-hmm. he would already had a job.
No question. Wouldn't even be talked about being released.
That's right. So that's what I'm saying. So whoever you bring in here, you're gonna go through the growing pains with it. But like I said, this is coaching malpractice if Collins is not a part of this offensive line, because people, I'm not telling you something else. Don't believe what all these media sources or people that just don't mention him. Exactly. And I got upset with Nate Newton yesterday because Nate Newton is my guy. But there is no way that he could look at that film and look at Collins and say, that guy right there is head and shoulders over everybody else on that offensive line out there.
Yeah.
So, but that's what a big show is. All comes down with Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy do with this offense. But again, we got enough to win.
Yeah.
So
we better find out.
Like you say, we will see. And the beginning of the season is not what's most important. It's progressively getting better and being better from the middle of the season to the end.
No question about it. Appreciate you, coaches.
Thank you for the time, Big Show.
Outstanding, man. All right. That's the one and only Coach Marv, of course, who is a frequent visitor here on the show. Appreciate him. You know, it's just the truth. Can you drive the car? That's what we get. I mean, because as Coach said, you know, that you progressively getting better is the goal. But the only pushback that I would have is that this is the Dallas Cowboys. And this is a franchise that is used to distractions. And Coach McCarthy, with each loss, especially if the losses pile up early, you already know what the media is going to do. You ain't going to be able to avoid it. It's just going to be a distraction all year. You know, it is. Kellen Moore, you know, he's going to escape it. But if this offense don't get going, because, you know, crazy big sounds, some people may really believe that the Cowboys offense is going to be good like it was last year. I have a hard time believing that, but to be honest with you, you don't want this year to be like that, because you really want a grinded out football team. That's what you really want on offense this year. We're nowhere near as explosive as we were last year. And everybody's saying we need to beat people up and run the ball. That tells me we need to be a real grinded out team. You know, I ain't talking about no 4, 5, 6 play drives. That ain't what we talking about. We're talking about long drives, moving the chains, beat people up type offense at least. And we are going to be heavily dependent upon our defense being good this year. And when I say good, I ain't talking top 12 like they finished last year. I don't think we're gonna get the turnovers like we got last year, but you just never know. You got pass rush like we got. Who knows what's gonna happen? But I've said it before the season even started. That was before Anthony Barr got here. I had said that we need to be a top 8 type defense. The Cowboys, we may not be the number one offense in the league like we've been the last few years. However, if the Cowboys, let's just say, are 5th or 6th or 8th, and I got a top 5 defense, we're gonna win football games. But the defense is gonna have to be dominant to me. I think that we're gonna have to really put fear in the people, and we're gonna have to hold people down to a less amount of points. I mean, I know that's the goal of every defense, but I'm just saying we have that type of ability. That's just me. I think this defense is going to be simply dominant, and we're going to see some dominant defense in some games. I believe that. We got that type of talent. We have that type of pass rush. We have that good of linebacker play, and we do have a good secondary. And so I just feel like this defense should, especially when you let me get Barr there, just for the sole purpose of putting Michael Parsons on the edge a little bit more than what we thought. That's a benefit for us. That's not a detriment at all. If we get Barr there or LVE can cover or whatever the case may be and let Parsons get on the edge where he can just go hunt the quarterback, that's a benefit. That's going to help us. And that's what's going to make us to be a dominant defense this year. I really believe that we could be a top 5 defense this year. And if that is the case, if we run the ball like everybody think we can, or everybody think we are, or if we stay committed to it, we can win some football games. I just don't have that trust in Kellen Moore at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I done seen too much. Now, y'all may not like my optimism. I'm sorry, but Kellen Moore earned this. I'm sorry. He earned this with me. And I believe it when I see it. So we got a long week to go. I'm going to start shifting the show now to Tampa, where we'll start talking about and start trying to break down Tampa, at least what we don't have no tape on them yet. Let's do a little homework before we get out of here, y'all. I'm sorry, the phone line is open. Anybody else want to call in real quick, you can call in. But this is what I'm getting ready to do without the benefit of tape for this year. But we do have a little tape from last year. We need to figure out how we going to beat Tampa. And like I said before, since I know that they're having injuries on their offensive line, a lot of them actually, 3 of them, we need to start figuring out what we got to do to beat them up. And just really plain and simple, we got to out physical them. I can tell you that right now. This defense have got to out physical them. That I know that from the top. There's just no way that you have 3 backup linemen like that, and really think you're going against this front 7. No, we got to beat them up. So my mind is shifting totally to Tampa Bay. Once we find out who made the team and who didn't make it, who should have made, and all that kind of stuff, my mind is going straight to Tampa Bay. That's where this show here will shift to. We're gonna have to start finding solutions. You guys, you and me, we'll be we'll be coaches. Let's try to figure out how we are going to beat them. Let's find out their weaknesses. Let's look at who we can attack. Let's find out. Remember, Sue is not there anymore. Sue is not there. Vale is still there. Shaq Barrett is still there. I think Pierre Paul is still there. But one thing about those guys, I can tell you real quick that if you're physical with them, you can halfway dominate them because they small. I ain't gonna get into it too much, but I'm just saying, I'm already halfway there, y'all. I'm already looking at Tampa. I'm looking at Tampa. I'm looking at them already, trying to figure out how we can get them on that first game. All right, all right. It's time, y'all. Let's go. Look, I know somebody saying, "How in the world you can say let's go when you ain't when you ain't you don't sound too hype about it?" I am hype. I'm just hoping for epiphany from Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is my real question this year. Kellen Moore has the power, y'all. Do y'all understand the power he got? Kellen Moore has the power the way this offense be ran this year. He has the power not only to kill a lot of the narrative about him, but he has Mike McCarthy's job in his hand. If the offense don't do right this year, Mike McCarthy's gonna get fired. You see what I'm saying? He has the ability this year. If this defense is a top 5 defense, but our offense is in the 20s, we're not gonna make the playoffs, and a whole staff gonna get fired. I'm just saying, this boy got power, man. Kellen Moore has a lot of power. Remember now, Ezekiel Elliott contract, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right about that? Is this really before they can make a decision on him? Really? Okay. So are they gonna do him? These are question marks. Are they gonna do him like we did DeMarco Murray that year? Just try to run him in the ground. But you can't do that with Zeke. I don't think Zeke can handle that now. I don't. And I know what he's saying. Okay, well, they're gonna use both of them probably. Are they? I mean, good God, we asked for it. I believe we're gonna see Tony Pollard in the slot a whole lot, though. I think they just ain't. I think that's what's getting ready to happen. I believe that Tony Pollard is gonna be in the slot a whole lot. Y'all thinking running back? I'm thinking he's gonna be in the slot a whole lot, which is a good thing. I got a feeling. Look, Joe is already saying it. See, this is what you're gonna be hearing about. This is what you're gonna be hearing from ESPN. Joe said if we start off 0-3, McCarthy is gone. First 3 games is Tampa, Cincinnati, and then the Giants. Yeah. Oh, can y'all imagine the narrative? The narrative gonna be even if we lose to Tampa and we lose to Cincinnati and beat the Giants, what they'll also be saying is what they said before. Well, when it comes to the big games, Cowboys just can't beat them. They can beat the poor NFC East, but they can't win the big game. That's the narrative. I mean, we can't. Y'all know this is going to be said. This is what's going to be said, and we just got to figure it out. All right. I'm done because I got to get ready for the night, ladies and gentlemen. My nephew, my blood nephew, my sister's son, my nephew, Devin Body Jr., will be playing tonight on ESPN for those that will be watching. Vanderbilt versus Hawaii. My nephew is a starting wide receiver for the University of Vanderbilt. His number is number 6, Devin Body Jr. For those that will be up tonight, y'all don't mind. Y'all watch my nephew tonight. Y'all know I'm going to be up. I don't care if he catch 2 balls. I'm just happy to see him out there playing. He has aspirations of playing in the league. If y'all want to do a little homework on him, just Google him. Devin Body Jr. He's a senior wide receiver for the University of Vanderbilt. He is on stage tonight. He just texted me right before the game. They're playing in Hawaii tonight. I texted him, hey, man, don't be down there, looking at the trees and them women down there. Look, calm down. You got business to take care of. Let's go. Hey, this is serious business. If he want to play pro ball, look, It starts tonight. I don't know. I've heard some publications say that as of right now, he's a late round pick, in the fifth round. I'm not sixth round down there and all that kind of stuff. All it takes is one big year. You can push yourself up to maybe about fourth or third, maybe even third round. Who knows? He's fast. He's small. He's a little small, but he's known as a dynamic route runner. So be looking out for him tonight if you don't mind. Y'all check my nephew out tonight. I don't know nothing about Hawaii. I know they supposed to be pretty good. Vanderbilt, of course, is from the SEC and always kind of like at the bottom, of course. Of course, they play in the same division as Alabama, who's on Vanderbilt's schedule this year. So y'all follow my nephew if you can. Let's kind of keep an eye on him. I know a few guys in the league. I know a few agents that we got to pump my nephew up, try to get him drafted. Oh my God, if my nephew get drafted, y'all just gonna have to pick me off the floor. As long as he don't get picked up by the 49ers or the Steelers. Look, I know it's my nephew, but my God, it's just nowhere in the world I can see myself cheering for the 49ers or the Steelers, even if they pick up my nephew. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I have so much animosity in my system for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Well, let me stop because if you get picked up by the Eagles, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. But can you look? I got a dream. I got a dream. What if my nephew get picked up by this team that's behind me on this screen here, y'all see? Can y'all imagine my intensity level? I'll be in Dallas every week because he gonna give me my ticket. I'll be there. I changed his diapers, you understand? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. If he got drafted by the Cowboys, if somebody passes to Dallas, if somebody passes to the Cowboys tonight, just do it. I don't know who's gonna see it. Be on the Will McClay. That's what I need. I need his email. I'm gonna get Will McClay. I'm gonna start sending tape. Look, draft my nephew, please, please. Oh, I wouldn't be no good. If my nephew get drafted by the Cowboys or if they sign him to a practice squad, anything, I'll take it. Oh, I'm done. Y'all watch my nephew tonight. All right. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. We'll try it again on Monday as we start moving again closer to Tampa. By then on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, the cut line is Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have a clue who the 53-man roster is. We'll look at it together, and that'll be the show on that day. All right. I know. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Man, look, I would love it, but tonight, y'all kind of watch him. Now he may not get the ball, because they got some pretty good players over there. He may get about 4 or 5 catches tonight. He might, but watch him and his ability. They like to run him in motion a lot. They like to. He's a excellent. He can go inside or out. Just watch his route running. If you can, you might have to get to all 22 to watch all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying the boy is dynamic when it comes to route running. He is. That's his strength. He was an all-state football player here in Tennessee, here at Whitehaven High School, here in La Swain High School, here in Memphis. He was an all-state player, went to Vanderbilt, full ride scholarship, 4-year scholarship as a 3.7, I think, grade point average at Vanderbilt University, which of course everybody knows about the scholastic reputation of Vanderbilt. So the kid is smart. The kid can play, and hopefully he get to showcase that for y'all tonight. Hopefully he can get in the end zone tonight. All right, I'm done. We'll holler at you. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. Y'all see how y'all can support the podcast on the ticker there. If you're on Podbean, you can just press that red reward bag, and it will, you can answer those few questions, and you can go ahead and make that decision. It'd be wonderful. But these are all the ways that you can follow me on the podcast. As you can see on the ticker there, there are all my handles: Cash App, $, the Big Time Show, Twitter at Big Time Lou, YouTube. If you haven't subscribed there, you should. I need your help there. YouTube, the Big Time Show. Just find that and follow it and subscribe. Twitch, Big Time _73, and subscription if you want to support the podcast monthly is the Big Time Show 3.supercast.com. That's all you have to do. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you, everybody that hung with me for this. It's almost 2 hours. Y'all must be real Cowboy fans to sit here and watch me. But I appreciate y'all so much. We'll try it again on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Monday, 7 p.m. We'll talk about my nephew. I'm going to have to put him in the show. Matter of fact, I'm going to get him on here when he get back to Nashville. He's going to be on here eventually. We'll try to get him on here and see how things are going. All right. Appreciate y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together now. Y'all know how we leave here. Let's just go and do it. You're on Podbean. Let's go. Put your hands together because we about to go. We jam our way out of here. I try to let y'all groove your way out. All right. We are done for this episode. It's time, y'all. Stop crying. Wipe your eyes. Look, no more crying. Tampa Bay is on the way. Tampa Bay is on the way to Dallas. No sense of, look, it's here now. Mr. Brady, the greatest of all time, is coming to Dallas to try to beat our brains out. What we going to do about it? That's all I got for you. You know, hey, I wish I could talk to the team. Woo-wee. I say, man, look, well, let me stop that. I do my pep talk the game before, the show before the game. Let's go to work, y'all. It's time now. The season is here. Let's go to work. Hey, we here. We Cowboy fans. Let's go. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Time Show. I see y'all. Another show. We did it again, Podbean. Shoot, it's just starting the season here now. Y'all know I'm gonna be crazy. I love it. Yeah. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. I gotta get ready for my nephew. I love it. Yeah, we out.